We're officially back with Season 2 of the Redbacks Pod. Get excited because we're revamping the pod for a bigger and better season. We're having some exciting guests lined up. Some Redback Big V athletes, returning guests getting ready for Uni Nationals in Canberra, and a big surprise coming very soon.
What could it be? Do you know?
Age of Empires in a Nutrigrain packet.
What games do you have on your phone?
Dude, I got chess, and geocaching's not a game, so sucked in.
Chess doesn't even count as a game if you ask me, but whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, everyone, I'm Sofia, and this is J.R. Smith Media.
Damn, that's my last name.
Yo, I used your whole name right there.
What, media part of my name now?
yeah, it's the middle name.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to give us a quick little intro on who you are, James?
Yeah, so my name's James Smith, J.R. Smith. I've been part of the Redbacks community for 5 years now, so 2019. Yeah, it's been a while. 2019 is when I first came out to RMIT, joined the Big V team for that pre-season just before COVID. Obviously, that season got cancelled. Very sad. It was like the season started on like March 19th, and it was like March 17th that everything just fell apart. So anyway, beside the point. So I played with the Big V team here for 3 years, and then 2 years in, I was like, I'm here all the time anyway, may as well learn something. So started a Bachelor of Physical Education, or Health Physical Education and Sport Secondary, so essentially to be a high school PE teacher. And I'm in my last year of that now.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's good. It is good. Like, I love hanging out with the kids. They're funny as. Like, the best things about hanging out with kids in school is just the jokes they make.
How old are they?
High school age, kind of.
Oh, so they're like making like
12 to 17.
So they're making like Gen Z, like prime jokes.
Yeah, so you really got to be switched on, be up with the lingo, and say,
what's some of the lingo that they give you?
I'll plead the fifth on that particular question. Because I don't know what I'm saying, and I'll probably get myself in trouble.
Yeah, facts.
But no, they're good kids. They give a damn, and when they do give a damn, and they care about each other and stuff, like being able to help them build relationships and build their own self-confidence and identity, that's kind of what I'm all about.
Helping people learn and grow, perhaps?
Damn tough. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
So got a year left of that. Finish that middle of next year. Been playing with the UBL side here at RMIT for the last couple of years. This year I did not play, unfortunately. I ruptured a couple of ligaments in my ankle, broke my foot I think it was the day before our first game. We trained
really
on a
bad.
Tuesday. We had a practice match on the Tuesday night. The Wednesday we had our first game. Down she goes. I'm like, sorry, laid out, boys.
How did this injury occur?
So we had a practice game because I'm playing NBL 1 at Diamond Valley now. So I've moved on from the Big V team here onto bigger and better things for growth and development.
Hell yeah. I love that.
So we had a pre-season practice match against Wyndham. Just went up, playing defense. Great verticality from me. No foul. Contested the shot and then just come down on a dude's foot and just...
Did you know straight away that you were like, uh-oh?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It hurt quite a lot.
Oh, really? So it was an instant pain. It wasn't one of those ones you're like, oh, no, I'm fine. Gets up, can't get up.
No, it was quite painful. And I'm a wuss at the best of times.
You know what? But you're allowed to be.
Yeah. Men can cry too. That's what I'm about.
Can cry
so I was out for about 3 months with that. So 12-week injuries, 6 weeks of boot, 6 weeks of rehab. And then, got on the court a little bit towards one of the last 3 or 4 games of the season in NBL 1, just some garbage time because I was severely out of shape, not up to it, but we're down 20 points, just chuck them in, have a crack.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to go in and get that done, but the preseason starts now, like back in the gym, working out and running, doing sprints, doing all that kind of stuff just to get back in shape, ready for another season. But anyway, regardless, so yeah, played UBL here since UBL's been a thing at RMIT. Unfortunately, not anymore, rest in peace. And then every year I've been studying here. I've gone to the Uni Sport Nationals, so did a year in Perth, a year in the Gold Coast last year, and then this year in Canberra. I'll go again. It'll be my last hurrah because I finish mid-year next year.
Does this mean you're going to be pulling something big out?
Crazy. I don't know how we can... first year we came fourth, lost the bronze medal match. Last year we won the bronze medal match, which was cool.
Can we talk about that game quickly? Because that was a really good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Can we talk about when Frankie stepped up onto the court?
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll find Miller's video from
we'll
from
chuck that in quickly.
Chuck it on over the top. But my boy Frankie, he was riding the bench. I won't talk too much smack. not one of our star players, we'll put it that way. So I wasn't playing
We
an
love
awful
you,
lot.
Frankie,
We
but
do love you,
yeah,
Frankie.
yeah.
But, comes on the court late in the game when we're up 20. Purely because the whole crowd, the hockey team, the women's basketball team, the lacrosse team, they all pulled up.
There was a whole line of RMIT people on this
Yeah.
crowd. Like, who are we versing?
UTS.
Yeah, there was like maybe 10 UTS people and then about 50 RMIT people, like with pool noodles and like
Smacking the ground,
smacking
clapping
the
their hands,
ground,
yelling
yeah.
and things, but all of them, we want Frankie,
Yeah.
we want Frankie. So, of course, Steve's just like, our coach plays him up. In comes Frankie. And he's
Crowd went crazy at that
pops
point.
Off.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he's in the game at all. It's like, yeah, let's go,
Frankie's on the
Frankie.
court. Like, life is great.
Life is great. So he comes on the court, and we're like, find Frankie. Swing the ball around to him at the top. He's like a step in from half court, maybe. He's just like, yeah, bet, let me go. Throws it up. Nothing but the bottom. Whole crowd just explodes. Absolutely pops off.
We get it on camera too, and it is one of the greatest videos. It did so well on our account as
Yeah,
well, can
it
I just
did.
say, as a media person.
Yeah.
Blew up because people were like, Frankie just hit the most, steps onto the court, hits the most mental shot you've ever seen, and everyone's just like,
It was one of the coolest things I've seen. Like, Frankie's my boy. And dude
Yeah.
just came out and just hit a massive shot. And he loved it as well. He's
Yeah.
just like, hey,
Yeah,
what's up? Like, he's built for the big stage. He's a charismatic cat like that.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we're up big and brought home the bronze, which was nice for us after Frankie's big shot.
Yeah, not the gold, but still.
No, we're gunning for gold this year. We're gunning for gold.
Oh, really?
We'll try our best.
And if you don't get there, are we going to do something silly and fun?
Yeah, we'll always do something silly and fun.
Can always count on our UBL team to do something a little bit silly and fun. You know what I mean?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, So then, outside of that, I've lived around the corner from the Mundura campus for a long time. Just recently moved elsewhere, but I've been working out here, just coming down into the gym and connecting with all the people that have been rolling through this joint for the last couple of years. So it's good to have places like that where you walk in and you're just like, hey man, what's going on? Yep.
A good familiar place.
Yeah, shake hands. I stick my head in the office 5 minutes ago and I know everyone that's sitting at the table.
Yeah.
So
It's
awesome.
always nice.
It
just
is
walking
nice.
In. Yeah.
It's a community place and you feel connected to the communities you're part of. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
important.
Especially when you've been here for 6 years plus.
Yeah, old head. Yeah, been here a while.
No, you're not that old yet.
Anyway.
Not yet.
Moving
We're not talking about that.
No, moving on.
But yeah, during your injury, how
Mm.
did you spend your time?
I'll just, for me, I'm always looking to find ways to provide value, whatever that looks like. In our NBL1 team up at Diamond Valley, instead of just sitting there waving the towel, which of course has some value, brought my camera down, have a whole media thing that I do, as you may know from my full name, J.R. Smith Media. But yeah, just brought my camera down, sitting on the bench, just making mixtapes for my boys, and just getting out in the basketball community and trying to really push the media stuff and doing as much as I can in that space because, you don't need to walk around an awful lot or do an awful lot. You just plonk yourself on a chair or sit on the ground or
Exactly.
sit up in the stands.
That's
just
why
film
I
some
do
stuff.
it.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing to be able to have in your bag. Like any sporting event that I'm at or whatever, I always have, instead of just sitting there and watching, I can take some photos, make a little
Yeah.
video, interviews with people, whatever. That's a infinitely transferable skill to any industry, any kind of space, any people. Just capturing the stories and the moments and the everything else that's going on. My kind of motto around that is capturing cool people doing cool stuff.
100%, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
And cool
no.
moments that you won't really get to experience
Yeah,
again.
no, for sure. That moment with Frankie, if Miller wasn't there filming it, it'd live on in the memories of the 100 people that were there.
Yeah.
But now it's now thousands of people can see this cool thing and share this moment and experience it and talk to Frankie about it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You create something that people are proud to share of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I get messages from, players' mums and stuff all the time. Say, thanks so much for this
How
video.
good is that?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the best. It's
I had a
just-
player tell me that the photos I took of him are up on his grandparents' fridge.
Yeah.
And that's honestly one of the greatest things I've ever
that
heard.
is-
I'm like,
that's cool as.
that's so special.
It is so special. It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's there's getting your photos of someone's profile picture.
Yeah.
And it's like grandma's fridge.
Yeah,
Damn.
literally the best place. Forget the Hall of Fame. That like grandma's fridge is prime number one
That's
spot where
prime
I
number
want
one
my
spot.
content up.
Yeah, that's sick. Nah, that's cool as.
But yeah, I was gonna ask on the topic of capturing content and memories in time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a segment called "Explain That Gram."
No, yeah, here we go.
So JR, like he said, has been in this space for 6 years. So we have a lot of content of him.
Put together a little compilation.
Yeah, I've just got 3 moments that I thought could be fun to talk about,
Talk
talk about the people in there. So we'll put an overlay of what I'm showing JR in a second. But so this one is a photo of JR
Oh, dear. Here we go.
on a table getting treatment.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, and then if we swipe across, we've got this one as well with his tongue sticking out. I don't know if anyone can see that.
Do the old.
But yeah, we'll put that over the top. But can you explain what's happening in this photo?
All right. So this is my homegirl Ying. She was our team chiropractor and sports trainer for a number of years, both in the UBL and at Unisport Nationals. One of my closest friends, best person on the earth. She's sensational.
We love Yang.
But rule number 1 of being a photographer is you always got to know where the camera is, right? Mm-hmm. Sofia pulls up with a camera. I'm like, damn, gotta pull a face, gotta do something silly. Can't just capture me actually candid. Can't do that. And Ying is absolute savage on the massage table. Like, I had a sore back, a sore calf or whatever. She's just bang, just absolutely Batista bomb, drop the elbow. I'm just sitting there screaming, crying, whatever. So I kind of crossed that point with these particular photos, and I'm like, no, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I've died here. I've unalived, if you don't want to get cancelled. But yeah, no, Ying was going pretty hard, and I had a pretty sore body at that point because I think this was game 2 of a away trip to Perth.
Yes.
So she was just absolutely just dropping the. Oh man, it hurts. Anyway, it was real good. Like, I felt like $1 million afterwards.
It always hurts really bad at the moment, and I
Yeah.
look at you guys, and I'm like, oh, they look like they're in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And then you walk off there, and you're like, oh,
Nah, I'm good. I'm
got a
chilling.
little spring in your step.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
know?
oh, yeah, I can move again.
Finally, I can turn my neck.
Yeah, no, Ying's an absolute magician. But yeah, no, it hurts in the moment. But
Yes.
it's the delayed gratification. You feel good afterwards. But yeah, she beat me up. So I was just like, all right, I'm dead.
Well, the next photo I have is another J.R. Smith core moment for me, and it is this one right here.
Oh, the shot up the pants. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the up the pants shot.
Tough. Again, rule number 1, you always got to know where the camera is.
Yes.
This was our UBL final against Melbourne Uni down at Darabin Stadium. And yeah, I'm like, know where the camera is. I know Sofia's looking for some good shots. Let me just pull a face in the warm-up lines, dunk the ball, hang off the ring, and just...
Yeah, exactly.
It's always a silly face to me. It's you got to have a little bit of fun with it. Nothing too serious. I'm not out there just like...
Yeah.
I'm going to cross this dude out.
This game, like, I remember vividly because I remember I had just started the RMIT Beeble account this season, and I had been trolling Melbourne Uni's account, and I remember rocking
that was a
up.
good little beef for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was funny.
And I remember like rocking up, and everyone was like, "Oh," because we'd just been like in the comments section together, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna beat you guys so bad today," like blah blah blah, and then rock up, get our ass beat.
Yeah, we got cooked bad.
And
We lost
then
by like 20 or something.
I remember one of them being like, "Oh, who runs your account?" And like, JR pointed over to me, and they're like, "Oh," and I was like, "Hey."
Yeah, beep beep. Here comes the bus. Here it is.
Yeah, but that's my memory from that game is I was like, you guys have to win because otherwise I'm going to feel
Yeah, I've been
embarrassed.
talking so much smack. You got to back me up here, and we failed to do the job.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm going to, not to Melbourne Uni because they're probably going to win well again, but
Yeah,
at
no,
Uni
they're
Nationals,
a
I'll
good
find
side.
someone else to beef with before
Yeah.
we go away.
Someone that's beatable, please.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm under the bus now.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. Adelaide Uni, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then this is my...
Dear me. Never forget about this one.
Yeah, this is my second one. Give me 1 second while I scroll through and find it
Switch
quickly.
between your 15 Instagram accounts that you're managing.
I'm sorry, it just happens when you're a
Yeah,
media
it does.
girly for RMIT.
I got
you
like
know?
6 of them as well. It's brutal.
But yeah, so this here was a moment from when we were in Perth. And Yeah, do you want to talk about quickly before I play the video? Do you want to talk about what was happening in this moment?
So we were playing Curtin University in just one of our round games for the UBL. And we were going over the Perth, like, we're going to smoke everyone, easy money, whatever. There's like 30 seconds left or something. We're down 4 points or something.
It was the last 3 seconds.
Yeah, what's the last? I'm just building up.
You're building up.
Give him some shout-outs.
I was just gonna make sure that you were giving yourself the proper hype, for this story.
Getting the shout-outs happening.
Yeah. Roll back.
Yeah,
Go again. Build the atmosphere up again. Sorry.
In a world, done. So about 30 seconds left in this game against Curtin. We're down about 4 points. And we're like, oh dang, call a timeout, whatever. Draw up this play. Brock comes out, my boy. Absolute Brock's Corner Cafe. Find him in the corner. Hits this massive shot, right? Just like overhand. Hits his three. Gets us within a point. Like, we come down. Ball goes out of bounds or whatever. Another timeout's called. 3 seconds left in the game. We're down a point. Steve draws up this play and he's like, all right, circling, drawing things on the whiteboard, whatever. We'll go out. The play was double back screen for JR, lob over the top. Ambitious
Very
to say the
ambitious.
least. Because I'd played 35, 36 minutes that game. Like, I was cooked out.
Everyone was very tired. Like, you could see
cooked.
it.
Like, Steve looked at me, he's like, do you want to do this? I'm like, I don't know, we'll have a crack. Like, in those kind of moments, like, I've hit a couple of game winners in my time, but, like, I'm pretty well composed in those kind of moments. And, like, I've accepted the fact that if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No harm done, right? So it's like, all right, we're going to, like, fake up screen for Caleb, one of our better shooters, come out to shoot the ball, but it's really just a double back screen for me to curl all the way around, catch lob, freaking yam it. So we're like, all right, this is game, ambitious. Go out onto the court. My boy Jarvis Gleason on the sideline, inbounding the ball. Brock and Caleb setting the screens for me. Who else on the floor there? Carson, maybe?
I don't think Carson was playing at that time, was he?
No.
Who was out there?
Quill.
Jarvis, yeah.
Quill Spiegel.
Oh, no. Is that not Dylan Brennan?
I don't know. Someone's on the court. Anyway, beside the point. So anyway, we dropped this play, and it worked out. Jarvis throws an absolute dime over the top. Like, if the ring is here, the ball's like essentially just on top of it. So all I had to do was just like,
So yeah, let's quickly watch this one, everyone. We'll put it up on the screen while we're watching it, but let's narrate this one.
Live reaction.
So 3 seconds up on the clock. Jarvis.
Yeah, down a point. Gleason on the sideline. Got a little bit of a box formation set up. So what happened here, just a little side note, I don't know if we can pause this.
Yeah.
This guy here guarding me is
Number
getting
29.
yelled at by his coach to play me on the high side. Because he's like, he's going to set a screen for the shooter who's going to come up and, like, shoot the ball, and you can just switch that and, like, deny that look. That set us up so well because no one was guarding me because he was guarding me on the high side. So that gave me a free run downhill and around this screen. That's just a bonus note because look at him. He's yelling at his guys like, go around the other side, go around the other side.
He's like pointing. He's like, what are you, go.
Yeah, play him on the high side. So I push him up way out here to give myself more of an angle.
Yeah.
Get the double screen from the lads. Throw it over the top. Absolutely yam on this kid. I don't know who he is. Sucked in old man.
I just know that guy went home and cried.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. They throw up some rubbish from half court. And these are the moments we live for in basketball. Like, when all the boys just get around you, all come stampede over to you, you hit a game winner,
yeah.
There's nothing like that feeling. The adrenaline's absolutely pumping.
I remember, like, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I was sitting there, like, behind Steve, and everyone's just like, oh my god. And then I was
So
and then you like got it in, and then everyone's just like, what the frick? Like, no way, that actually just happened.
Yeah, it's sick. Like, just in the psychological model of all this, like, it's such a moment of, like, tension and resolution.
Yeah.
Like, all great stories are a high moment of tension and then resolution, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, tension's at its absolute most. This is what people love about sports.
Yeah.
The tension's really, really high. It's like, there's so much riding on this one possession. Let's see how it rolls out. So everyone's on the edge of their seats, biting their nails, stomping their feet, shaking a little bit. Adrenaline's pumping through everybody. And then that happens, And if you're on the right side of it, you just like have this moment of absolute elation. And if you're on the other side of it, you have this moment of absolute defeat.
Yeah.
And I've been on both sides of those things many, many times over my basketball career. Much better on the winning side. But like, you know, that's the risk you take stepping on the floor, getting in the arena, as we say.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to give us
Facts.
that quick?
No,
Man, we're not going to go there. That's a different episode.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt, Man in the Arena.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, have a look. But yeah, like you risk massive upset and defeat, but you also risk, you know, getting to feel that feeling of massive elation, and it's very, very special.
Is that how you felt in that moment?
Yeah, it was freaking grass.
Because I feel like if that was me, I would be like, did that just happen?
It's like, damn, that was tough.
Yeah, you hit him with a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, no, you got to gas yourself up a little bit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, yeah, I'm him. I'm that guy. Yeah. And then like you let your head deflate a little bit, and you're like, oh no, let's go shake these people's hands. And be a good sport about it all, because that's super important as well.
I mean, something we talked about was like, also when moments like that happen, and you also like having this media thing on the sideline, is like everyone's like, oh, JR, like, isn't that the guy who like hit that incredible shot? Wait, and then someone else is like, oh, JR, isn't that the guy who owns JR Smith Media?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, JR's just like got all these skill sets that everyone's like, what the heck is going on? Like, he absolutely can kill it in the moment when you need him to, and then he can film these epic highlight reels for people and athletes, and then he can be on a podcast and hold a conversation for an hour. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you have all these skills, and then it just must be like this euphoric feeling being able to expand them all.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is cool. Like, you know, I've developed all of these skills over a number of years, and like each of those I do individually. You know, it's like, all right, I'm gonna learn how to use camera for a little while. Cool. I'm gonna learn how to, you know, be my best basketball player. Cool. Let's go do that. You know, I'm gonna work on my social skills and my conversation skills and like my self-confidence and identity and all that. You can go do that for a little while. So then you just become like a more well-rounded person, and can, as I say, like my thing's always about giving value in some way, whether that's like on the court in the basketball community, or like on the sidelines filming stuff and making stuff, or just as a member of the community, like building relationships and building connections, and not just between me, but between people. Like, oh, you both have an interest. Let me introduce you guys so you can be friends too. Like, all that stuff's super important to me.
Is this where the concept of networking comes in for you?
Correct.
Yeah.
What a segue.
I have to put it in. Like, if you know JR, you know that he's a networker. Everyone knows that JR's a networker. Yeah. But I would like to know, like, what do you think networking is? Because I feel like people say, oh, I'm a networker and ha. But I feel like networking, when you're doing it properly, isn't about just like
handing out cards and having an elevator pitch.
It's about making meaningful connections with people who have the similar interests to you.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Can you talk about your process?
I can definitely talk about my process. So it kind of begun as like a bit of a, you know, intellectual challenge for myself and a social challenge for myself. I'm like, I need a groundwork to overcome the uncomfortable feeling of approaching someone that I don't know. Super hard to do a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah. One of the hardest things you can do.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that person looks cool. I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Can I have a go, please?
Do you want to be my friend and build this network with me?
Yeah, correct. So I'm like, you know, just reframed this model as like, I'm networking now.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like, you know, I put on this character, I guess, of like, yeah, I'm networking. Let me go out and just like talk to people and shake hands. And it kind of like gave me the faux confidence to be able to actually step across that threshold of discomfort and go do the hard thing. Yeah. Which has been so beneficial, so beneficial in the span of my lifetime. It's sensational. But yeah, as you say, it's not just about having a, you know, great elevator pitch and, you know, handing out business cards and like, yeah, I'll be in touch, get my people to talk to your people. Yeah, it's more actually building relationships. And again, I'll keep saying it, providing value first. Like, you got to lead with value in any of those situations. And a lot of my networking, because the camera's such a versatile tool, you know, videos, photos, whatever, it's just like, take stuff, go out and make stuff for free, and then just give it to people. Yeah. Go build your reputation on, I provide value to these people, I provide value to these people. So when people ask, like, oh, who's that JR bloke? So, oh, yeah, you took these photos for me. Like, this one's my profile picture still. Like, it's mad. And just, like, building those connections and leading with that value. So when they're like, oh, I need a photographer, who's someone that is, like, generous with their time and their effort and their skill set. And who's someone that's like really easy to work with, communicates well, is just a
and
nice
is
person.
authentic, I think, is a really big thing, which comes down to the don't hand out business cards and be like, we'll talk later. But like, you know, like you need to have that level of authenticity when you're approaching people. And like doing the free work, like I know a lot of media people talk about it can be really hard going out and doing free work because you feel like all your skills aren't being valued properly. But I think to build your reputation, build your rapport with people, you need to do a level of free work and have people trust you and trust your abilities. Until then, they're like, do you want to work together?
Yeah, 100%. Like, the thing with free work is you want to do free work doing something you love doing.
100%.
Like, I'm going out, like, most of last year? Yeah, it must have been last year. I was going out on a Friday night every week to, like, VJBL games.
Yeah.
Like, go out to, you know, the under-18s games, both boys and girls, go out, film some mixtapes, go back, edit, post them. And I just did that because I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I love going to see, like, you know, super high-level basketball, especially in the juniors. Like, oh, these kids are, you know, coming up, playing for Victoria, playing for Australia, and, like, the national squads and the under-17s, under-19s, all those kind of things. And, like, I get to just go out on a Friday night. They're super accessible. Just like, yeah, cool, film this stuff. And they love it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the coolest thing ever. I got posted.
That's also one of the things that makes it so rewarding, like when you do free work as well, is like not only are you adding value to yourself, but then seeing the reactions from players that you make like this epic piece of content for, whether it's a video, a poster or something, and then they like send you that message or they like, oh my God, like I've never had anything like this. Like, my story got so many likes last night thanks to you.
Yeah. Nah, they love it.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I've kind of reached a point where I'm, you know, starting to be recognised. Like, I'll go on placement at a school and, like, oh, do you run J.L. Smith Media? I'm like, yeah. Like,
That would be me.
Yeah, so it's like I got clout within the school system with the kids that are in the hoop scene at all, which is really, really cool. But yeah, anyway, with the network, yeah, build relationships with people, take a genuine interest and curiosity about them and what they're about. Like, that's part of, like, my two key values in life are growth and authenticity. And part of my authenticity are things like, you know, humor and curiosity and whatever. But, like, genuinely being curious is it's the absolute cheat code to connecting with anyone. It's like,
100%.
Oh, tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. Oh, that's really interesting. Well, how'd you get into that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like people love talking about themselves for the most part. So if you're actually genuinely interested, you're like, oh, yeah. It's well,
that's how we kind of became friends.
Facts.
I mean, like, obviously, like, through media, I was taking photos and stuff, but we kind of had that moment of like, oh, let's talk. And then I guess we were already friends before this, but like I did that media book when I was a student at RMIT, and it was about vulnerability in sport, and I focused on 4 different basketball players. And me and JR and Caleb, and at the end of their training session, sat on the floor, sat on the floor of the car park at RMIT Sports Centre and talked for about nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, we're just talking smack.
Talking about life, getting to know each other. Yeah. And it turned out to be something really cool.
That was really cool. Like, as I say, like, vulnerability breeds connection, and that's what your whole thing was about. Just like, hey, be vulnerable. Tell us some things that, you know, you're scared to tell people or you don't want to talk about or whatever. And it's like, you know, we felt safe and comfortable to do that with you because we trust you and we've seen you around for a long time. We have personal relationships with you. Yeah. So like, all right, let's venture out a little bit, you know, put myself in the zone of discomfort again. And then when we did that and we're like, oh, she didn't turn around, take this information, stab us in the back or like whatever, or make fun of us for being a little bit weird or whatever the case is. We're just like, oh, I can trust her more. Like, I value this relationship a lot more now because, like, I feel comfortable being vulnerable. I can go to her with things if I'm, you know, feeling a type of way, and she'll be like, hey, I got your dog.
I do got your dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was kind of fun that we did.
It was real special. Like, I got my book on my bookshelf at home.
Oh, do you? Yeah. That's nice.
No, I got to open it up sometimes because it's got all my homies in it. It's like, you know,
it does.
Dylan, Caleb, Brock, and Sofia. It's just like this. It's a really special piece to me. So it's nice to have because it's not just my story. It's got my good close friend stories, and it's done by another good close friend. So like, damn, this is a very highly sentimental object. It'll go in my firebox for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's $5 and on your grandma's fridge.
Damn, tough.
That's how you know you made it when it goes into the $5 and it's on your grandma's fridge.
Yeah, I can't put the whole book on the fridge. I don't think the magnets will be strong enough. But.
I don't know. I feel like we can strap it to the fridge.
Get an MRI thingy and just stick it on there.
But yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And, you know, going into nationals, I'm looking forward to doing a lot more content with you guys. And, I mean, Caleb won't be here with us, and neither will Dylan, but, neither will Brock.
Yeah.
The three boys that were in that book won't be there, but JR will be there. And we've got, like I said, like you said, actually, we hinted towards some special guests that are coming onto the pod.
I don't know who they are. I was just hinting at it.
Yeah. Well, I can reveal who one of them is. If you've made it this far to the pod, which you probably haven't, but let's be honest, if you have, you get to know some secret info. But we have a special guest lined up next week, Nikita Yanakadakis.
My dog.
And another one who he is bringing with him. So, yeah, if you want to see Nikita be silly with whoever he brings on, then stay tuned for that one. But yeah, Nikita's part of the basketball team.
Yeah. He's my boy. He's been around for a couple of years now. Yeah.
Also plays footy, if you didn't know.
Does he play footy?
Apparently he plays footy.
No way. Yeah, no. Funny bit.
Funny bit. Yeah, we'll bring that one back up when he comes. But yeah, so stay tuned for that one, and also keep an eye out for RMIT Sports Instagram account, because you will see a lot more of JR Smith Media on there.
Yeah, facts. I'll bring my camera to nationals as well. So get them collabs on the RMIT Sport page. But I'll also turn Curtin and say, oh, hey, Curtin University, do you want a mixtape too? I took some photos of your team.
I also want to make content for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. Community as a whole. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for being here today. Do you want to do a shameless plug before you leave?
Shameless plug, JR Smith Media on all platforms. If you enjoy long-form content of basketball highlights, get to youtube.com. If you want just gram stuff, TikTok stuff, it's all the same. YouTube shorts, whatever. Need to start a Snapchat page, but no, I'm not going to do that.
Snapchat page?
Nah, I'm not about that lifestyle. Yeah, I make basketball videos about cool people doing cool stuff. Looking to do some more stuff in the community. If you ever need anything, holler at your boy. Send me a DM. I'm there.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, JR, for being here today.
No, thanks for having me on.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.